Hey everybody, it's your boy LeBay Rome, the Disabled Fragrance Guy, and I'm back for another review. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already, please go down below, like and subscribe to the channel. You guys know your support means everything to me. These reviews don't get done without you. I know you have your choice of content creators to listen to for these fragrance reviews, and I'm just so happy and so thrilled that you guys spend your time with me. I want to take you on a little bit of a journey. So, last summer, my family and I went on a Mediterranean cruise and we spent some time in Italy. And it was a wonderful time. Don't get me wrong, I loved every minute of it. And I've been looking for a fragrance that reminds me, that brings me back to that time, especially since it's now becoming a little bit cooler weather, since we've been in the house for quite some time now with the pandemic and social distancing. So I've wanted a fragrance to bring me back to wonderful memories and wonderful times that I've had in the recent past. And I think I have stumbled across the fragrance that puts me in a headspace of where I just love to be. So a few weeks ago, probably a couple months ago now, I reached out to Blocki Perfumes, and I have to give a shout out to Tammy, Kraemer, who is the co-founder of Blocki, for responding back and sending me some product for my review today. I'm going to review for you Blocki Perfumes Sanrovia. Now, Sanrovia came out in 2018. Their perfumer is Kevin Vespoor. The company describes this fragrance as a cool citrus breeze transformed by warm woods. And I absolutely agree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, let's go over the presentation. The bottle is a 50 ml bottle here with Sanrovia written in script on the front of the bottle. This is thick, heavy glass here. The most interesting part about this presentation is the cap. Now, I love this artwork on the top of the cap. It's these little things in the presentation that really makes me, as a fan of fragrance, as a customer, and as a reviewer of fragrance, just smile, because when a company takes time to create the quality in the artwork and the presentation, it just sets the whole package apart from some others, and I truly do appreciate that artwork. There is a 10 ml for $60. This is a 50 ml bottle, and that runs $165. So not out of the price of reasonability for a 50 ml bottle of EDP, especially for a niche house. I say that the bang for your buck is definitely there, and so you won't be making a bad financial decision if you decide to purchase this fragrance. Now, from the top notes are lemon from Italy and California, and that will be the dominant note here, and I'll tell you why in a second. Bergamot and Valencia orange. The middle notes are geranium, lavender, jasmine, and Jacques Cartier rose. And I believe that's just a rose that is very, very expensive to put in fragrance. Jacques Cartier rose. I haven't really run into that note in a fragrance before, but I'm sure it's costs a pretty penny to put into a bottle. And the base is labdanum, vetiver, cedar, and sandalwood. The perfumer is Kevin Vespoor, and as I was researching Kevin, I found out an interesting tidbit. Kevin has synesthesia, and synesthesia is when all of your individual senses kind of blur together. And finding out that fact about Kevin and experiencing this fragrance, I can actually see those two going hand in hand, and I will tell you why in just a minute. His synesthesia inspires his intuitive creations, and yeah, Kevin, I get it. I definitely get it with Sanrovia, so I want to thank you for this creation. It is certainly something that I will definitely treasure. Now, I do have it on my hand right now, but I am going to give you a fresh spray. The Atomizer is very, very good. Wide distribution here. Off the top, you're going to get a burst of juicy, juicy lemon. This is the juiciest lemon that you could ever experience. And that's why I say the lemon is the most dominant note in this fragrance, because literally it feels like you've just picked a lemon off of a lemon tree and sliced it in half with a knife and just squeezed it in your hands and letting the juices run down. That's exactly what this smells like. It's so juicy and so photorealistic. It's definitely mouth-watering. I'm actually kind of salivating right now. Imagine waking up on a cruise ship, looking over your balcony at the water, a bright sunshiny day, and looking out into the distance and seeing lemon grove trees. And that's exactly the calming scene that I get when I spray Sanrovia on. It's calming, it's serene, it puts me in a great headspace. And that's where I believe we all should be right now, especially since, things are a little tense right now, and we've been locked in our houses and social distancing with masks on when we go outside. You just want to be put into a good headspace, and I believe Sanrovia actually does that for me, and I believe it will do that for you as well. Now, geranium is also listed as a note here, and I believe it is the perfect accompaniment to the citruses in this fragrance. I'm notoriously not a fan of floral notes and fragrances. That's not my thing. However, this floral note is done to perfection. It doesn't take over the citruses. It works in tandem with the citruses. So they marry along very well together. And while it is a bit floral, it's not too floral that I'm going to get nauseated by the floral note, which is a good thing for me. This is walking through an Italian floral garden while eating oranges and lemons. That's exactly what I get. Since I have tested this for a few weeks now, I know exactly what direction it's going to lean in. So in about 20-25 minutes, the vetiver is going to come out, and there's going to be a creamy sandalwood essence behind it. And I love that as well. That adds to the comfort, that adds to the serenity of the fragrance, that adds to the overall essence of the fragrance that I get, and that relaxes me as well. This fragrance is very, very intuitive. You can feel all the notes at the exact same time. You can feel them simultaneously, but you can also pick each note out individually, which I feel is very, very interesting, how you can smell all of them at the same time, yet pick each one out individually, and that's very interesting to me. And I attribute this to Kevin's having synesthesia. You can feel all the notes, they're all blurred in together, but at the same time you can pick each note out individually, and that's quite an interesting essence when I smell this fragrance. Now, when and where would you wear this? I've gone back and forth about this. You can wear this dressed up, dressed down, in formal settings, in casual settings, wherever you want to wear this, from a suit and tie to a white tee and jeans. However, this is unlike any other citrus fragrance that I have experienced or that I own, because I don't believe that you can wear this fragrance, at least for me personally, in my opinion. I don't believe that you can wear this in the high heat and humidity of the summer. And it's because of the just overabundance of photorealistic lemon and orange in the fragrance. I think, I could be wrong, but I think the abundance of citruses in this fragrance might get a little cloying in the summertime heat and humidity, especially if you're a person that wears their fragrance up here around this neck region. It might get a little cloying, it might get a little heavy for you. So I would wear this fragrance in the fall, in a mild winter, and I'm talking winters in California, Arizona, Florida, Maryland, DC, Virginia. I'm not talking a Chicago winter, Wisconsin winter, a Minnesota winter. Those climates are too cold, and I don't think this would stand up to minus 35 degrees on a regular basis. But if you're in a mild winter, say 35, 40, 50 degrees, I believe you could pull this off quite well. Like I said, it's really rare that I say that you shouldn't wear a citrus in the summertime heat, because I know citruses usually have a fresh, calming effect on, especially in the heat and humidity. But I would not wear this, at least for me personally, in the high humidity of the summertime heat. I just think it might be a little bit too cloying. Performance on this is wonderful on my skin. I get 8 to 9 hours. closer to that 8.5 hour mark. It is sitting a little bit closer to the skin, so you do have to dig in a little bit closer to your skin to smell it. However, it's still detectable. It's not really going to go away until after that 9 hour mark. You can definitely get a full workday out of this. So if you go with 3 to 5 sprays, you're going to definitely get a full workday out of this on skin. If you spray it on your clothes, you're definitely going to get a lot longer. This lasts about 2 days on my clothes. So if you're a clothes sprayer, you're definitely going to get your bang for your buck out of the fragrance as well. Guys, I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank Tammy Kraemer for also sending me the product for my review. All opinions are my own. Like I always say, I'm not beholden to any company. I'm not sponsored. However, I do want to put you guys on to fragrances that you may not have heard of before, that are out there. They're hidden gems. I always love finding companies that are under the radar, and so I want to bring you guys that as well. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Go down below, like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified as to when all my content drops to YouTube. Thank you guys for hanging with me, and I'll see you next time.